Relationship have give, intake, social exchange. Does the balance of give and take exchange equal? How we feel about a relationship. That relationship can be husband-wife, that can be parents-children, that can be teachers-students, that can be friends, that can be customers with the shopkeepers, any kind of relationship. How we feel about that, how we think about that, how we make sense of our everyday life. Why do we do what we do? For example, if you think after this discussion that why are you going to do gender studies degree, you have many questions in mind. Is it necessary? It is to, like, I may make some sociological guesses here. Some of you disconnected with education because of marriages. Some of you disconnected because of financial issues. Some of you disconnected of some illness. Some might have completed a degree in other subject but came to know that that degree was not productive, so went for another degree. Somebody told her or him that gender has a very high scope in Pakistan, so should go for that degree. Someone may be having job in NGO, and he or she feels that if I have a gender degree, that would be very good for my promotions or getting more salary in another branch. So this is how we decide. So we have to question, why do we do what we do? She asked that social theory or sociological theory is a very dry or difficult subject. I believe that sociological theory is life. Now she may disagree or you may disagree. I always make the statement that I get up in the morning with theory, I eat with theory, I walk with theory, I drive with theory, I sit with theory, and I go to bed with theory. This is how theory for me is. Now, there is no social interaction in life which is beyond theory. No social interaction. Even if you are sitting somewhere and you are observing anything, again, this is theory. Like this class is full of theory. If you look into the sitting arrangement, now we have all women clubs in one places and we have male in other places. Now if it was a Western classroom, you can have one girl and then boy, one girl then boy, and they are sitting the way they are interacting outside the university, like friends or whatever that be. So they don't have this segregations of sitting arrangement. We do have, because we have a culture. Now this classroom interaction is having a theory like, I discussed the banking model of education. It's a full theory that we have to leave the banking model of education and we have to go for more interactive sessions, because everyone is having knowledge. Not necessarily that knowledge is scientific or that is personal experience, like wisdom. So that means you have a knowledge, I have a knowledge, I'm learning and you are learning, so that we should exchange. Now, this is also a theory. This class is theory. Did you come to this degree as per your choice? Most of you will say yes, and I would say no. I offer you to have a gender studies degree from Harvard University. Would you be here? Mr. Bias. Okay, now this is not your choice then. You wish to be in Harvard, but the family is here, so you are bound by the family requirement. That means it was not your choice. If you are offered a scholarship, like other people may not have this problem to have a degree from Oxford or Cambridge. So if they have that alternative, they would definitely leave. So that means you are not here as per choice. You are here as per the circumstances and the obligation that are imposed on you, not by yourself, but by the socio-economic structures. Now, like I have a biography that I went to school in Zia time, so that was not my choice. That was not my choice. If I was asked that, okay, you want to have a schooling that time or some other time, I might have decided not to go to school in Zia Haq time because it was very tough. So, but I made a biography, a history of myself, which was imposed on me by the socio-economic and political structures. Similarly, we can't decide about the gender that we, the biological sex characteristic that we have. We were not asked that whether we should be born male or female. This is what happened to us. So many things in life is not a choice. It's something that the socio-cultural structure impose on us. So what I said, life in theory connectivity. You get up in the morning in the bedroom that you have. For example, somebody who is getting up in Peshawar Mode or CDA Chowk on road without any room, doing a long day job, labor, and then having no shelter. Somebody who is sleeping in a very comfortable bedroom. Now the breakfast that you have, what do you take in the breakfast? Somebody having a very luxury breakfast and other are having just one cup of tea or paratha, or not even that. What marks come into mind? The inequalities in society. I was coming to the university right now and I was observing a Suzuki having a lot of children, like chickens in a double cabin or a cabin. Now, and there are other people in the Beacon House or City School or Provell or some other system where one car transports just one child, for example. Now, I was driving, but the entire theory was inside me. Now, tomorrow if there's a post, somebody who went from that school system and somebody who is going from the very elite education system, and there's a competition of any post, do you expect that child to compete with that child? It's difficult because his energy or her energy were wasted in that vein. Reaching school, the breakfast that he had was just consumed by that suffocations and the trouble that he had in the car or she had in the car. Now somebody who is having a parents who are educated and a person whose father and mother are illiterate, do you expect them to have equal educational results? Simple. So theory is with you everywhere. Now you're watching television, suppose, you have free time. You are watching television, have a luxury, and you come across this advertisement, Chote ki pehli gol roti, as a gender division of labor. How that small girls has been appreciated for adopting the domestic sphere as a natural responsibility. Chote ki pehli gol roti mean kal wo bade honge to bade ki bade gol roti. And the entire family is, now this is gender theories, the gender division of labor. Now you look into all dramas, films, or advertisement, or if you go to mosque or church or any other religious place, theory is with you. Even worshipping is connected, like Durkheim is talking about, Max Weber is talking about, Karl Marx is talking about religion. So if you understand theory, that means no aspect of your life is beyond theory. There is no practice in life without theory, and no theory without practice. It's just how much you are familiar with that theory. So what is social? As we come to, like I have put this statement, our day-to-day life is filled with theory. Our day-to-day life is filled with theory. Theory is essential for understanding social world, social phenomena. Now, if you want to make sense of any social phenomena, and if you have a strong theoretical background, you can have a very good understanding of that. Any kind of social phenomena. You can ask me any phenomena and I would tell you how can you understand that with a theory. Now, why we say that there should be difference between opinion and educated opinion. Now, opinion are not based on any argument or logic, but once you are having a theoretical underpinning of your opinion, that means your argument is logical. It's something that is substantiated with some solid facts and figures or some philosophical argument. So theory is essential for understanding social world or social phenomena. What is social? That can be a question. What do you call social? So the interaction that we have, how do we interact? Communication. And what's the capacity that human communicate with each other? What is called that capacity? Language, true. And what is language? Words, symbols. And what are words and symbols? Now you made fruit chart or chana chart of language. Okay, fine. We'll come to that. We human communicate with each other through language. And language is a combination of symbols. Now what is symbols? That's one of the question. Social, yes. Any interaction or any phenomena that involves two or more than two individuals, we call that social. Any phenomena that involves two or more than two individuals, we call that social. Second, when our behavior are affected by others or we affect other behaviors, that is called social. For example, if I'm somewhere sitting alone, but I feel and think that somebody is observing me, or somebody can watch me, or somebody can see me, and I make myself settle down, that I should not do anything which is objectionable, that means I'm in a social situation, because my behavior, my activity are affected by the presence of other people. Now, even reading a book is social because somebody has written that book. Now you are not interacting with the book. Actually, you are interacting with the mind or philosophy of that person, which is going to affect your thinking. What we read is either deconstruct us or that reconstruct us. I think you might have gone through the constructions, deconstructions, and reconstruction. We all humans are in the process of constructions, deconstructions, reconstructions. Like we got some initial socialization from the family. We were taught certain things. When we went to school, some of those were wrong. They were not good. So we learned new things and we erased the previous one. So we deconstruct the previous and reconstructed ourselves. And then we went further to college, university, and you see yourself and you are going through this degree. I'm sure there are a lot of things that you are questioning inside you, inside your family, inside your neighborhood. So that means you are deconstructing the previous thing and you are reconstructing yourself. And this process is going on till we are in this world. What is exchange? Now you got what is social. Social is any phenomena in which two or more than two individuals are involved. Social is any situation in which we affect or we are affected by the behaviors of other people. What is exchange? It's very easy.
Give and take.
Give and take. Give and take of what? Information, ideas, everything. Okay. Exchange means give intake of everything, material as well as non-material. Now we are in a process of give intake. Now you would be thinking that I'm giving you some background information of sociology or gender. What are you giving me? Pay attention. Okay, this is something that can be valued. What is theory? Theory क्या है?
Concepts related together, concepts or ideas interrelated.
Concepts and ideas
Interlinked in a systematic manner.
interlinked in a systematic manner. True. This is somebody else talking about something being law. What is that logic? What is logic? Why something is happening? Two people are fighting there. What's logic in that? Maybe some issue. Right. Reasoning. Okay. Another request from my side, whenever you come across any concept or term, try to reach the root or the very basic definition and meaning of that. Now, logic is a full subject and social sciences that are taught in various disciplines. But simply, logic simply means connecting argument in a way that is acceptable to mind. Connecting argument in a way that is acceptable to mind. For example, I just put one example and then you can think of logic. There are three people, A, B, C. A, B, C. A and B, they had a conflict. Now we see in this auditorium, there happened a conflict, not among us but some other people. A, B had a conflict and C mediated, but when A was getting out, he or she threatened that I would not leave you, I will kill you. Now, next day, A was on the top of the floor, the weather was good, or he was listening to mobile or whatever else was thing. B didn't know that A is there. And C is now inside the room. Suppose we say they are in the same hostel or in the same place. Now when B reached the top, A decided to come down because he or she doesn't want to see that person. Now this is almost 150 steps down to come to the basement. Now A was on the way back, C was climbing to the top, and B was listening to mobile and came down from the roof. Now what B is going to make an argument that it was A who pushed B down because yesterday he threatened that I will kill you, and he did it. Now there is a logical connection in this argument. Yesterday, the same context where the things happen. Now he might have committed suicide, or she might have committed suicide, or he might be an accident, but now that is put into the person capacity because there is a connectivity of the argument, and this is how the lawyers are doing it in courts. There's not what is, if somebody is a lawyer, he or she knows that liars most of the time just create stories like that with a logical connection. Okay, theory is, it's a statement of how and why specific facts are related. Theory is a statement of how and why specific facts are related. Give me an example that you have. There are some people who made a statement which is as valid today as it was 300 years back, without any research. कोई भी statement. Like Durkheim, Emile Durkheim, he was a sociologist. He said that when people move from traditional society to modern society, the influence of religion decline. जब हम पिंड से या गांव से शहरों में आते हैं तो religion के असर कम हो जाते हैं. What's the reason? So what now? If we were religion and we were doing religion for God, so God is then in urban setting, God is then in rural setting. Why we left religion? Why we change our dresses? Why we change our belief systems? Why just we do things and we say that mean we were not doing things for God. We were doing things for people. लोग क्या कहेंगे? पर्दा करो, लोग क्या कहेंगे? Yes, anxiety is a psychological term. It happens because of social. So that means, now if we believe that religion is coming from God, so we have to be religious for God, that means urban and rural setup, religion has nothing to do with that. And we can't change religion as per the culture. So that means that there we were not religious, there we were cultural. Again here, we are not religious, we are cultural. So that means we were neither religious there nor religious here. Or this statement is very valid. If you look into your own self, if I look into myself, or when you look into other people, they will be driving, like for instance, female, they will be driving here, but when they move to their villages, they would be on the back seat with all parda and everything, that they don't know even where to sit in car. This is the culture now, it's not religion. Many people, they may be observing fasting, but when they move abroad, they don't care about that. Many people who may not be consuming alcohol here, but when they go abroad, they consume alcohol. That means he or she was not doing it for religious purpose, it was for some cultural constraints. So theory is a statement about how and why specific facts are related. For example, this is also one of the statements that Durkheim came up with, that when we get more education, or when we are getting higher education, the rate of divorce increases. Now, you do research on it, or you just have a simple observation. You see the number of divorces happening in urban area where people are more educated, and you see the number of divorces happening in rural area where people are less educated. You can rarely see one example of divorce there, but you can see many examples of divorce here. Now, there's a connection between education and divorce. It may not be negative. It may be positive, because education liberate or develop your mind. It liberate you from unnecessary cultural constraints that previously were imposed upon us. So that may be negative, that we said divorce is positive or divorce is negative. It just depends on who are involved in that. Sometimes it may be very productive. Wasting the entire life just in a bad relationship, it was good to finish with that and have a very new life. And sometimes it may be very painful for the person who was previously in a comfortable position but now passing through in a very painful situation. So it just depends on the circumstances. Okay, theory is then a statement why and how certain facts are related with each others. What is social exchange theory? This is the exact topic that we are coming to. Social exchange theory, it just make one statement, and that is, this is what the social exchange theory core argument, as we will come back into the slide, I just want to tell you, one never gets or gives something for nothing. The core of exchange theory is that one never gets or gives something for nothing. Any relationship, let's we start from parents. The first relationship that we have, like parents, do you think it's a relationship which doesn't involve give and take? I'm just talking about what is social exchange theory. I just went back into that statement that no one never gives or takes something for nothing. And we say all kind of relationships, it is based on give and take. And we started from the family because that's the first interaction and relationship that we have in life. So do you think that the parents-children relationship do not involve any give and take? It does. What is that?
Parents get satisfaction, or kids are,
Parents get satisfactions, true.
and kids are getting basic necessities and
Love, care, love, respect from parents.
We give them respect and love, true. You're right, but it's a very traditional argument. I would disagree with that because parents spending on the children for almost 25 years, a huge amount of money, if that money is saved in the bank, so at the end, the parents can imply, now child is a risk. He or she may go abroad, or he or she may be very deviant, not even connecting with the parents. Now investing that money, then it would be better to keep that money in bank and have an employee later on, 1, 2, 3 employees.
No, I am not talking in terms of money.
Mhm. Even care. Many parents complain that their children don't care about them, and we have many examples of that.
सबसे पहली जो सेटिस्फेक्शन है ना वो यानी अभी बच्चा जब पैदा ही होता है सबसे पहले तो पेरेंट को जो सेटिस्फेक्शन मिलती है वो उनके अपने लिए बच्चे का कोई उससे नहीं है सिर्फ उनका वो बच्चा लेके मतलब वो इवन कंसीव करके ही माँ को जो सेटिस्फेक्शन मिलती है उसके कंप्लीट होने की या इस तरह वो सबसे पहला वो ले रही है बच्चे से.
True. This is how we take. Now, for that satisfaction, we have to give them. We are getting satisfaction, so we have to give them. Because it was not his or her choice to come into this world. That was our choice to bring him here. So, if we are getting satisfaction, satisfaction is something that, like if you are going for a movie, you pay and you don't get anything in back, something material, but you just get satisfaction or whatever your leisure time is. So this is how the emotional satisfaction is something that is value in the exchange theory.